welcome back to the Scripture Twisting 101. We are going through passages from the Quran to expose basically how they are usually used the wrong way or misinterpreted, or maybe even a spin was put on them to give you a different impression as related to what they mean. And usually our Muslim friends, unfortunately, will use this idea that you don't know Arabic, they know Arabic technically speaking, and therefore they can use it however they want to. Sadly, not all of Muslims, of course, speak Arabic, nor they understand also the Arabic of the Quran. We're here actually trying to help them understand how to read the Quran in its true essence, basically the way it's intended in these passages. So today's verse comes from chapter 5, verse 51 of the Quran. It says, "O you who believe, don't take the Jews and the Christians for friends. They are friends of each other, and whoever amongst you take them for a friend, then surely he is one of them. Surely Allah does not guide the unjust people." Sam, your take on it.
Well, I mean, I can tell you how the Muslims take it. They'll say that it's not saying that Muslims can't be friendly or have friendships with Jews and Christians, because they'll tell you that the word means you are not to seek their protection, that you don't take Jews and Christians as your protectors, but you can be friends with them. That's how it's often interpreted, actually distorted. And as David is about to show, that even the standard Muslim translations do not understand that word awliya to mean just protectors, because it means also being friends with them.
That's right.
Intimate friends. So maybe, David, you want to delve into that a little more deeper, and then we can show that even Omar understood it to mean friendship.
Yeah. Right? And the issue is the word awliya. There are lots of people would understand this to mean some kind of, it can be a kind of protector or something like that. Like people think of the government officials as their awliya and so on. But we do need to look at how the Muslim community understood this, especially in the context of the Quran. So let's just look at a couple of translations so we can see some different ways of that this is translated. So Pickthall, "O you who believe, take not the Jews and the Christians for friends. They are friends to one another." So he just goes with friends. Yusuf Ali, "O you who believe, take not the Jews and the Christians for your friends and protectors." So he's lumping them together, friends and protectors. Hilali Khan, "O you who believe, take not the Jews and Christians as awliya." So he keeps awliya, but then in parentheses, friends, protectors, helpers, etc. So it's awliya would encompass all of these different categories. But guess what? Friends would be included. It's sort of any sort of close quarters relationship here. Shakir, "O you who believe, do not take the Jews and the Christians for friends. They are friends of each other." So he goes with friends. Arbery, "O believers, take not Jews and Christians as friends. They are friends of each other." So anyway, the point here is very common to just translate this as friends. In which case, this is saying, hey, don't have Jews and Christians as your friends, Muslims. The objection, as Sam pointed out, is no, this actually applies to protectors, and that is something that awliya can mean, but awliya can also mean friends. So it does seem to be applying to close relationships. I did want to point out one sort of quick, obvious problem with this for people who want to translate this as protectors. And one of the main problems is found in the Quran itself, which will give you an idea of how it's understood in the Quran. Let me go ahead and read a verse for you. This is Surah 10, verse 62 of the Quran. "Now surely the friends of Allah, they shall have no fear, nor shall they grieve." The friends of Allah, guess what? Uses the exact same word there, right? In the Arabic, that uses the exact same word, the awliya of Allah. So our Muslim friends want to say, this means protectors. Wait a minute, so Allah has protectors? You're telling me Allah Almighty has protectors, people who protect Him, and those people don't need to grieve, the protectors of Allah. Allah has bodyguards. Allah's going around and He needs people to protect Him. Is that your claim about what this means? So that's one problem. If you're saying that awliya should be translated as protectors, then great, Allah has protectors who are apparently more powerful than Him because they're protecting Allah. That's one issue. Another is, let's suppose we just go with that. No protectors, right? So our Muslim friends, no, it's not saying friends. We can have friends. We just can't have Jews and Christians as our protectors. So what do you mean by protectors? Like police? No Jewish or Christian policemen? Firemen? Government officials? Guess what? So what you're saying is, hey, Jews and Christians can't be in any sort of position of a protector over us. We're the only ones who get those positions. Guess what? That sort of thing happened in Islamic history over and over and over again, where Christians would be denigrated and would say, Christians would be told the only sort of position you can have is like street sweeper or something like that in an Islamic society. Servants, you are our servants. You don't get to have positions where you're in a position, a place where you would be over us in some way. So that happened. So our Muslim friends need to be honest. If you're saying, hey, protectors here, great, but now don't think that you've escaped the problem here. You're advocating a very, very disturbing form of society that is not based on equality. It's based on your superiority and the inferiority of everyone else. But Sam,
Yes.
so we've looked at a problem with the Quran. We've looked at
Yes.
just going with what Muslims say. We've got a kind of moral problem here and a problem for society. But we do have in the Muslim sources a bit of an indication how this was understood, that it wasn't simply understood as protector, that it was kind of any sort of close relationship. You can't have these people as your close
Yes,
close
and
companions.
that's what I was
You
going
have
to do.
to
I was going to
abandon
mention
that.
Omar.
Yeah.
But even before that, if they're going to interpret as protectors, then Muhammad is very inconsistent, or he comes up with revelations conveniently after the fact, because early in Islamic history, Muhammad sent a contingent of Muslims to Abyssinia, who had a Christian ruler, the Najashi, the Najis, seeking asylum and his protection from persecution. So he appealed to a Christian ruler to protect his followers from the persecution of the pagans at Mecca, even though the persecution was exaggerated and Muhammad was the antagonizer. So even if we go that definition, we find Muhammad being consistent.
But that's Surah 5. Surah
Exactly.
5 hadn't been revealed yet.
And that's
so
my
there's no
point. How
inconsistency.
convenient.
Yeah.
Convenient that early on, when he is outnumbered and he is
Christians, will you protect me?
Yes, right. When he's outnumbered. Stage 1 again. He gets to stage 2 and right about stage 3, and now he doesn't need their protection. So even there you see the consistency of Muhammad and how Muhammad comes up with revelations that are convenient and expedient. But let's go with how Omar, the second caliph, understood this very passage. This comes from Ibn Kathir, his exposition of chapter 5, verse 51, and chapter 5, verse 57. So here's how he interprets the passage. The prohibition of taking Jews, Christians, and enemies of Islam as friends. Allah forbids His believing servants from having Jews and Christians as friends because they are the enemies of Islam and its people. May Allah curse them. Now notice, this is a Salafi translation. The Salafis translated the word awliya as friends. They know the Arabic, they know the historical context, and they see that the only appropriate meaning for awliya in this context is friends. Allah then states that they are friends of each other, and He gives a warning threat to those who do this. And if any among you befriends them, then surely he is one of them. Ibn Abi Hatim recorded that Umar ordered Abu Musa al-Ashari to send him on one sheet of balance, the count of balance, what he took in and what he spent. Abu Musa then had a Christian scribe, and he was able to comply with Umar's demand. Umar liked what he saw and exclaimed, "This scribe is proficient. Would you read in the masjid a letter that came to us from Ash-Sham?" Abu Musa said, "He cannot." Umar said, "Is he not pure? Is he not pure?" Abu Musa said, "No, but he's a Christian, so he's najis. He's unclean, he's impure, so he can't read it in the mosque." Abu Musa said, "So Umar admonished me and poked my thigh with his finger, saying, 'Drive him out from Al-Madinah.' He then recited, 'O you who believe, take not the Jews and Christians as friends.'" So here's a man who had a Christian scribe, not a protector, someone working for him.
This guy who worked for him.
Just worked for him.
Yeah.
And he said, "Why can't he come to the mosque?" Because Umar didn't know he's a Christian. "Is he impure?" "Yes, he's impure." He said, "Is he pure?" He said, "No." Here you have two things. Number one, that shows you that chapter 9, verse 28, when it says the idolaters are impure, najis, that applies to Christians for their worshiping Jesus as the Son of God. And number two, Umar understood the word awliya as friends. Why do you have this scribe as a friend? Someone that you use and writes things for you? Get rid of him.
That's right.
Because the verse says you can't have such friends.
That's right. And he abandoned that. And,
So unless Umar doesn't know the Quran, I don't know what to tell you.
And different variations of course, in 328 that we talked about already translated as friends. And I like 3.118. 3.118 uses a phrase called bitana, okay? And it says, "O you who believe, take not as your bitana." And then Hilal and Khan explained bitana: advisors, consultants, protectors, helpers, friends. So
Yeah, and so what we can see here is, if you read the Muslim sources, right, it's pretty clear you're just not supposed to have close relationships with Christians. The exception would be if you're a Muslim and you want to marry a Christian wife so that you can then gain control over her. That would be acceptable. But as far as having a genuine relationship among equals, or having them as in some place of authority in society, or even having someone work for you in an important passage, not in an important way, not just as like a sweeper or something like that, totally unacceptable. But your average Muslim, especially in the West, is perfectly fine with having Jewish and Christian friends. They don't see any problem with it, and they believe that their religion is fine with them having Jewish and Christian friends, even close friends. And what this really shows is that your average Muslim in the West is just living far better life than Muhammad and his companions.
That's right. That's right. Again, a great job, guys. Thank you so much. Hopefully everybody is enjoying these series, and until we meet on the next one, have a blessed day. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. Also, hit the bell so that you don't miss future videos. And please consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/CIRA International. And together we can introduce Muslims to the gospel of Jesus Christ.